Good afternoon, Jesus and students. Today is Thursday, the 23rd of October, 2025. It is 3:36 p.m. and I have just started our Tuesday and Thursday 3:30 class recording. Just mentioning that this is a special week. We had asynchronous work on Tuesday and Wednesday, and class 1 was on Monday for all groups, and class 2 is being today, Thursday, for all groups. And the asynchronous work was meant to give the students enough time to do all the exams they are supposed to, maybe to work on writings and share their documents with me, send me private messages asking about sweet and sour, whatever. They were 2 days for everybody to try to catch up with the course and the course obligations, especially in what refers to the exams on platform. So please, if you were watching and you are part of this course here, make sure that you have you have completed all the exams on the final assessment area. And when we mention all exams, we are talking about final listening, final grammar, midterm reading, that you scheduled your final speaking exam with me in November, final writing, and reminding everybody that next week is a normal class week, meaning that everybody is back to normal, and we have classes at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 3:30 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. from Monday through Thursday. And those will be our last classes. When we start our oral exams on the 3rd of November, everybody will have this exam here open, the full final exam. So this is a full reading test, the same way you have it when you sit your official TOEIC exam. It consists of 100 questions, 40 questions about grammar, 1 to 40, and 59 questions about reading and reading comprehension, also mixed with grammar, word formation, whatever. We have done some experiences in class, and the midterm exam here gave you an idea of what to expect in that exam in here. Also reminding everybody that if you don't complete all your exams on platform, you are not going to have your speaking exam done, and as a consequence, we will have to reschedule. This is important because if we don't do it this way, your academic file is not complete and you cannot finish your master. Okay, this is serious stuff. It is administrative tasks that we must be in case of. So please, if you didn't schedule your oral exam, please do so. And if you didn't complete all your exams, please do so until the 2nd of November, which is a Sunday. To do the final exam, remember that you have to open the PDF here. You can print it if you want. I personally like to work on paper, so I normally print it, and then you can open the exam here, and as soon as you click in realizar intento, your timer will start. Your timer will allow you 75 minutes. You cannot pause the exam at any moment, even if it's possible, physically possible for you to pause. If you pause, the system understands this is a one try and this is a 75 minutes. So if you pause it and you go do something, when you come back, your time will have passed. So please make sure that you do indeed have your 75 minutes to do that exam. And I think that's basically it. This regards all the academic and administrative tasks that we have pending. Okay, then I would like to have a different class for the last class, meaning Wednesday and Thursdays. And I am inviting the students to think of their favorite song or a meaningful song in their mother language. It doesn't matter if it is Basque, if it is Galician, if it is Catalan, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, whatever. Um, Arabic, because we have Arabic students. It doesn't matter. If you want to join the class, because it's going to be a special class, we are going to analyze those songs and we are going to talk about those songs in English. Okay? What I am going to do is to present you a Catalan song and a English song, because I have, as you know, several backgrounds and I speak 5 languages, but I will try to keep it to English and Catalan. I will try to resist Portuguese because there's a very special song for me, but I will try. Let's see if I have time or not. So, Jesus, when you join our last class, please, maybe you are into Japanese. Maybe you have a Japanese song that you like. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever language you like, you prefer, you enjoy. It's meant to be a joyful class where we can share experiences and talk about different things apart from TOEIC. Okay? And that's it. From my part, that's it. Any questions? No? All right. So today plan is to break down question 11, practice question 11, and if we have time, you can already start doing the whole test at once and having the proper feedback to help you improve the performance. All right? So let's start. If you were watching and you don't know where this document is, you go to the common document, you go to the outline, you look for week 13, and here you have the speaking tips and parts breakdowns, which is going to bring you to this document. And in here, you look for question 11 in the outline, and it's going to bring you here. As usual, I will ask the student to read so he can practice reading and stressing and obeying the punctuation signs. Okay? There you go.
This part of the test, you will be asked to give your opinion on. The more you structure and organize your answer as if it were a mini oral essay, the more your examiner will realize your high level. You should take advantage of this moment to show how able you are to join high grammar. Sequence structures such as double comparisons and inversions, the structure, intro, body, and conclusion, organization, including a hook, the key point, and the thesis statement, and a great range of vocabulary. Vocabulary. No, vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Avoid hesitation. If you need to think, remain silent instead of saying etc. Use full sentences to avoid hesitation. That's a very good question. Well, I have never thought about it. Only once in the beginning if needed.
Okay, just a sec. Okay, so the hesitation is normal. Sometimes we come across topics that we have never thought about it. It happened this morning. The student just freaked out and said, "Oh, I don't even know what the word means." So it might happen. So what are the improvisation strategies and how can we avoid hesitation? So these sentences can give you a couple of seconds when you are saying it, when you are saying them, and even waiting a couple of seconds before start talking, just in case. Okay? And again, you're gonna use this once in the test, not more. Okay. As we know, week. I'm very focused on the planning and I cannot only think about the weeks. Question 11 is for you to give an opinion about something, right? So let's see the specific tips in here. You go.
Full sentences to start an opinion giving. If I were to choose, thinking seriously about it makes me say that I place your personal choice at the beginning of your answer. Question 11 usually asks you to decide between two options to avoid overuse of the article the. Structure, intro, body, and conclusion. Organization, including a hook, the key point, and the thesis statement. Observe the color key code to interpret the following advice about question 11.
Just a moment. So we have the color key code. My personal choice is in green, etc. Of course, when you are brainstorming, because you are going to have 30 seconds to brainstorm your answer, you obviously are not going to brainstorm. This is the hook, this is the key point, this is this is that, this is that. Because at this point, we should know what is a hook. We should know what the key point is, and we should know what the thesis statement is. If you don't, you can refer to the common document and look for the specific explanations there into intro, body, conclusion, titles. Then, if we know that a hook is a sentence meant to catch attention, that's all you have to do. But again, we have to have these structure parts clear to exercise them and to use them when you are going to speak. It is easier to do it when you are writing because you can write, you can take notes, you can outline and then delete your outline. But that is not possible during the speaking test because you were not allowed to take any notes and you are not even allowed to have a pen on the table. You have to do this mentally. Okay? So here is the color key code. Let's see what you think about it. All right? You keep going, please.
What do you think is more important? Allowing children to use mobiles at school or adapting curricula all over the world to make teens feel more accepted? Lucy's answer in class. Using mobile phones or other devices at school is questionable for many reasons. However, I totally disagree with falling into the trap. Social media is very tempting for immature minds, which can be negatively influenced in many aspects. Unreal and impossible to meet personal image expectations can cause diseases such as bulimia and anorexia. Apart from that, competing to have the most expensive device fosters unhealthy competitiveness, weakening relationships, making them become empty and superficial. Furthermore, motivating students to remain human and sensitive to others is much better than falling into a trap of bragging and pretending to be someone you are not. If only more parents choose to raise children without access to technology from an early age, human relations would significantly improve with time.
Okay. Now, what do you think? Do you think it is well structured? Can you see intro, body, conclusion? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes, right? We have furthermore, we have if only as a call for action, what makes me not need all in all to sum up because I am calling for action. So after saying all this, I wish that more parents raised their children without access to technology from an early age. And the consequence is that human relations would significantly improve with time, which means that I don't agree with allowing children to use mobiles, even if I don't clearly say that I would prefer adapting curricula to make teens feel more accepted. Because if we improve human relations, everybody's going to feel more accepted, right? So it is reading between the lines. Of course, this is between C1 and C2. So I understand not all the students are ready for this, but the intention of the course is to provide you with the tools to do so. That's why this example is here. Then, my hook, I present whatever I don't agree with. So I catch the attention because normally, well, this is in my case, I normally don't agree with that. I don't agree with artificial intelligence. So in a sense, I can argument, I can easily argument because I always go against the tide, contra la marea. I always go against the tide. So it is kind of easy for me to argument with that. Now, I use that, changing the category, the grammar category, use mobiles, instead of saying allowing children to use mobiles at school is questionable for many reasons. Instead of repeating everything, what a beach one would do, I use it on my own benefit, changing the grammar and opening a debate. It is questionable. We can use this for anything. Working remotely is questionable for many reasons. Legalizing abortion among teenagers is questionable for many reasons. Um, Cybersecurity, whatever. Give me something about cybersecurity.
Um, I don't know.
For example, allowing teaching students how to enter the dark web is questionable for many reasons. However, cybersecurity, blah 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 blah. For example, so there are phrases that you can use for any topic. This is the intention of this activity. However, it is not as simple as copying and memorizing it. If you copy it and you memorize it, it's because you like it. You need to like it. And if you don't like this style, for example, because I am very academic, I am used to it. That's the way I speak normally after 25 years teaching. So it is kind of automatic. So if you want a different structure, I will give you the opportunity to do so. The only thing that before that, I want to mention this. If the student notice that they gave the opinion during the 60 seconds and you notice that you have like 10, 12 seconds left, this is a good time filler for the extra seconds at the end. I am sure I could mention more examples, but as far as I'm concerned, my position is already clear. I don't approve using mobiles at school. My opinion is clear. My position is already clear. I don't support legalizing abortion for teenagers. I don't support teaching to enter or to access or whatever word you use the dark web. So there are sentences that you must identify yourself with to use it as your own draft. These are suggestions that you can use as you please. All right, then, in order for you, all you, to build or to mount your own draft, we can do this activity. Okay, so this is from the previous student. And I would like you to think in 30 seconds, because this is your brainstorming time in the exam, right?
Okay.
About this. Jesus, some people think companies should allow employees to work from home whenever they want. Others believe people should come to the office regularly. Which do you prefer and why? You have 30 seconds to brainstorm. Okay. Which do you prefer?
Working from home whenever I want.
Working at home. Can you give me 3 reasons? Pam, pam, pam.
Because it's more flexible.
Okay.
If needed, I can go to the office if I'm needed, and I can work wherever I want. I mean, I can travel and in the hotel I can work maybe.
Right. And the second is that
Uh,
you can go to the office if it is needed.
yes.
Mm, it is flexible. The flexibility, what would you talk about to, to explain the flexibility? Does it have to do with going to the office when needed?
Yes, more
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I will leave as these two. Now you have 1 minute to tell me your opinion, trying to mount the answer as you would for the TOEIC exam, okay?
Okay.
Begin speaking now.
Well, given these two options, I prefer working from home because in this way it's more flexible. I can work in a more flexible way. By this, I mean, if I need, I can go someday to the office, and also because I can work from everywhere. Maybe if I have a trip, an important trip, and I stay at the hotel, I can work from the hotel with my laptop and connecting to the office as I do from home. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, you will have 25 seconds. These are the main reasons why I believe working from home is way much better than working at the office. Although some people still prefer the old-fashioned way, I would rather work from my place.
Okay.
And then you would have only 3 seconds. And I am repeating everything you said, right?
Yes.
So, and what will make you able to do this? Training. There's no other way.
Okay.
Right? So I like the level is definitely between B1, B2 and C1. However, remaining 25 seconds would drop your marks very considerably.
Yeah.
Then I like that given these two options, so you don't repeat it. That's a good phrase for your frame. What else you said? Uh, by this, I mean, by this, I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
by this, or by saying this, I mean, na 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 na, na na na. Very good. So these are definitely good sentences to use on your opinion giving. Then
Okay.
your homework is to try to find your frame, trying to use the intro body conclusion structure that you didn't use here. You did present, you did use good vocabulary, upper int to advanced, yes. However, we don't have that structure that we are looking for. Your homework is try to organize it in a way that you fill the structure requirements, and that would probably complete the 25 seconds that you needed. Because
Okay.
if you had used it to start with, working from home gives me more flexibility because I can work from home, or if I have an important trip, I can take my laptop with me and work from the hotel where I am staying in, phrasal verb. Apart from that, I could go to the office whenever I am asked. Finally, so only by adding the markers, you can easily consume 10 to 12 seconds.
Okay.
Okay? So that's what I would like you to do for homework, and you're going to present on Monday because you are Monday, Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I will take this away from here because the next students cannot see it. Okay. When we want to agree with something, we can always say, this aligns with the need some people may have to work at from home because they have elderly people on their care, for example. These harmonize with pregnant women that are much more comfortable at home, and not commuting will help them to feel better and work for longer during their pregnancy, and so far. Okay. And then we have some tips here. They are more or less in order, but all of this is what we decided that it is important when you give your opinion. Can you read them for us?
Okay. Test tips. 1. Become familiar with common ways of stating your opinion. 2. Give a clear opinion. 3. Show what it is you are agreeing with, preferring, or supporting. 4. Use sequence words to introduce and order your supporting reasons. 5. Focus clearly on the task. 6. Decide on your answer and plan your supporting points. 7. Choose an opinion and stay with it. 8. Think of reasons and examples for each supporting point. 9. Keep a steady pace and watch your timing. 10. Learn words and phrases to state and support an opinion. 11. Personalize your response. 12. Use language to show you have considered the other side of the arguments and to signal your transition back to your opinion.
Right.
13.
Oh,
Choose
sorry.
an answer you can say a lot about.
Okay. So more or less this and this is what you are going to do during your homework. Identify how you feel comfortable when giving your opinion. Some students, I recommend this to some students. Some students find very useful to write 2 or 3 opinions in Spanish to realize, to become conscious of how they normally express their opinions and try to match that into English. Be careful with the false friends. Be careful with the false friends. That's the only thing I ask. But once you are conscious of how you express yourself, you can transfer that to English. And it's going to be easier for you because you will feel you. You're not going to feel automated. Because if you copy an answer from a teacher, you can do it, of course, but it's not yours unless you identify and you agree and you like my way of saying things. It's going to be good for you. But if you have a different style of speaking and you like to compare or whatever you identify with, that's what you need to know, to identify, and then you can translate that into English, adapting to whatever adaptations you may have to do. Okay?
Okay.
Focus clearly on the task. Remember what you think. How can I say this? The examiner is not judging what you think. The examiner is assessing how you express your opinion, no matter what your opinion is. So
Okay.
again, the same thing as I said for the essay. They don't give a damn for your opinion. What they care about is how you say things. What language do you use? Are you academic? Are you not academic? Are you using high structures, complex structures? Are you using variety of vocabulary? That's what they are worried about. So again, if you think your opinion may be controversial, that's okay. It's your opinion. All right.
Okay.
Think of reasons for reason support. This is basically the brainstorming. Okay, you can personalize your response. So of course you are speaking, so you can definitely say, I think, I believe, I am of the opinion, I am of the opinion, na na na. Once, take this as an example. Once, whatever. So you can give personal examples. It's all right. And choose an answer you can say a lot about. Seems logical, but some students sometimes are not sure about what to say. Let's imagine that I tell you, which color do you prefer, dark gray or black? You say, oh, Lucy, what a question. They are very similar colors. I don't mind, right? That's probably the normal reaction. But in the TOEIC exam, you need to choose dark gray or black. What is the answer you could talk more about? Probably color black. It's the color of grief. It's the color for Gothic style. It's the color, it's the junction of all colors together, whatever. Okay, so if you doubt on what opinion or what decision to make at that moment, because I have only 30 seconds, choose always the answer you say, you know you can talk a lot.
Okay.
And the techniques. These are some techniques that some students may find useful as well. Can you read for us?
Okay.
Mhm.
First technique. 1. Choose the side you will defend. 2. Present your opinion with a restatement of the question. 3. Introduce each supporting point and talk for around 15 seconds, adding reasons and examples. And remember to use hesitation devices to avoid long pauses. 4. If appropriate, add an opposing point before concluding with your opinion.
This is not of my style, but many students like to say, for example, you said working from home, you prefer working from home. Okay. Even if employers prefer to invigilate employees by having them at the company, I still prefer working from home because of the many advantages I mentioned before. So this is opposing point before concluding with your opinion. Okay. It is not from my style, but the students, of course, can do it. And this is for next week, class tips. Okay. Any questions, Jesus?
No.
So let's go to the classes channel. And you're gonna give me at least 3 opinions. Okay?
Okay.
Which one do you want first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6?
4.
Okay. Everybody knows that when we assess, my camera goes off just like he was in the exam. The proctor, he will not see the proctor. So, can you hear properly, Jesus? Yeah? Okay. Good luck. I don't know what I did, but I lost control of the screen just a moment. My God. What did I do? Can you see me? Yes, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What did I do? Okay. Question 11 is here. Share sound. Okay, now, good luck.
The test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak.
How does the intentional teaching of sportsmanship to children positively influence their personal growth, social interactions, and long-term attitudes towards competition and collaboration? Give reasons and examples to support your opinion.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
In competition, sportsmanship is one of the most important things to have developed because it allows to be a fair, a fairly fair competitor and to not get angry with your partners. Concerning the social aspect, this will make the children have better social interactions toward uh, team members and opponents. This can also help them grow personally because with these interactions, they can learn from each other's, and that and I think that would be all about the importance of sportsmanship.
All right, you closed really well when you didn't know what else to say. So you join everything, you join, or maybe you briefly recall what you have said, and that's it. Well done. Well done. Okay, one more. Which one?
Fun.
One. Let me close here. There you go. Good luck.
In this part of the test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak. In the context of healthcare, what's your opinion on the balance between traditional medical practices and alternative holistic approaches? Please share your thoughts and reasons behind your opinion. Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Traditional medicine has been a part of the society for a long time, and in the recent times, there's been a rising in new and alternative approaches to medicine. This doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's still experimental, and maybe if we had to balance uh, more, there will have to be an influence on the more traditional practices would have to be, ¿cómo se dice esto? Would have to be, I don't know how to say it. uh,
You should use
what
synonyms
are
or
but what is holistic?
ah,
I think
gotcha.
it's like alternative medicine, maybe.
An alternative holistic means in the whole, meaning that mental health goes with physical
Ah,
health, and maybe that your environment will influence your health as well. A holistic, okay? But
ah,
but you did something wise. If you were not sure about the holistic approach, a good decision is to go for the traditional medical practices and talk about the benefits of traditional medical practices, as you were trying to
mhm.
do. What was the word you were looking for?
Like if you have to balance the mm, the traditional medicine have to be like above the holistic. If you do alternative holistic, you have to make more in the balance. There have to be more traditional practices than holistic approaches. I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
If you have to balance,
Like a more
I'm sorry,
quantity
but
of
I'm afraid I didn't understand.
like if you can quantify it, like more traditional practices and less alternative holistic.
So to find a balance, what you're trying to say is that to make a decision, we should have more experience with alternative holistic approaches, and then we could balance. Because if we have
Yes.
like 100 people using traditional medical practices and 10 people using alternative holistic, it's impossible to decide. It's impossible to compare because there's not enough experience
Yes,
or
something
not
like
a
that.
balanced experience to compare, right?
Yes, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, well, yeah, you would need more than 60 seconds to explain that,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that you did quite well, because when you didn't know the word, then you got a bit blocked. But if you kept talking about the traditional medical practices, it would be it. So this is good. This is good to happen here. If you come across a prompt like this and you don't know one of them, go for the other and pretend that's what you think. And
Okay.
that's all. All right. Well done, Jesus.
Thank you.
One more.
5.
You did 1,
1 and
4,
4.
and 5, right?
Yes.
Opinion about a specific
There you
topic.
go.
Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak.
What are your thoughts on the importance of learning a second language, like English, in today's world? Provide reasons or examples to support your opinion.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Nowadays, we live in an interconnected and globalized world. By this, I mean that thanks to the internet, everyone can talk to each other and in the language they want. But as not anyone speaks the same language as everyone, there is a common language which is English. So it's, in my opinion, it's very important to learn a second language because not only to get a job easier, it can make you communicate with people more easier. Because if everyone speaks a common language, it was gonna be a lot easier for everyone to communicate. Even if they don't speak it at the same level, they can still understand what the other party is saying.
All right. I like the way you were doing it. However, I must say that we don't have that structure there, intro, body, conclusion.
Yes, I
Okay,
I
but
noticed that.
it is okay. It is okay. I think that now you can do a whole test. What do you think?
Okay.
Yes? So you can find anything different from what you did.
True.
All
Well,
right. Now,
I did the in the other classes, I think I did something on the test too.
So maybe number 6?
Okay.
Yeah, because if you know the picture, yeah, there's a
Yes.
J here. It's probably you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The fish marker was me.
Okay, so now you know that my camera goes off during the whole exam. If your
Yes.
mobile is there, please turn the volume down and turn it down, because if it blinks, you're gonna get distracted. All right? Good luck. That's a
Thank
kind
you.
of mock exam, all right?
Okay.
If at any moment my screen disappears or if it gets frozen, you let me know.
Okay.
Okay? Right away.
Okay.
Part of the test, you will read aloud the text on the screen. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 45 seconds to read the text aloud. Begin preparing now. Begin reading now.
Rejuvenate your senses at our luxurious video spa. Indulge in a tranquil escape where relaxation meets transformation. Our skilled therapists pamper you with an array of rejuvenating treatments, from soothing massages to rehabilitation facials. Unwind in our serene atmosphere, where every detail is tailored to enhance your well-being. Experience the epitome of bliss as our expert team crafts personalized experiences to leave you feeling refreshed and radiant. Elevate your self-care routine with us. Book your appointment today and embark on a journey to beauty and serenity.
Begin preparing now. Begin reading now.
Hiking, a popular outdoor activity, involves walking on trails or paths through natural landscapes such as forests, mountains, and valleys. Enthusiasts enjoy the physical exercise, fresh air, and immersion in nature. Essential gear includes sturdy footwear, weather-appropriate clothing, a backpack with water and snacks, navigation tools like maps or GPS devices, and safety items like a first aid kit and emergency supplies. Hikers often seek scenic viewpoints, waterfalls, or historical landmarks along their routes. Trails vary in difficulty, ranging from easy walks suitable for beginners to challenging terrain requiring experienced skills.
In this part of the test, you will describe the picture on your screen in as much detail as you can. You will have 45 seconds to prepare your response. Then you will have 30 seconds to speak about the picture. Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
In the picture, we can see a group of people, probably healthcare professionals, because of the clothes they have, who are attending a man in the background who is probably giving a presentation or showing them something on the picture on the whiteboard. And there is a woman in the right who is probably asking a question to the man.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
We can see a teacher showing a chemistry experiment to her little student. We know it's a grass because of the blackboard in the background, and the teacher is probably showing them an experiment which is related to fluids, maybe as the liquid in the I don't know. Uh, one question: what's she's holding? How do you say it in English?
I think it's flask, but I
Flask.
don't
Yes, yes.
remember now. Is
No,
it flask?
it's flask. It's flask.
Uy,
I think it's flask. I think it's flask.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know the word in Spanish, but not
Erlenmeyer. I remembered. I was trying to
no,
remember
it's
Erlenmeyer,
true.
but
In Spanish, it's Matraz Erlenmeyer. So Erlenmeyer, yes.
Okay. All right. Here. Let's continue.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions. You will have 3 seconds to prepare after you hear each question. You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 5 and 6, and 30 seconds to respond to question 7.
Imagine a marketing company is conducting research in your country. You have agreed to participate in a telephone interview discussing the topic of sports viewing preferences, comparing the experience of watching sports on television versus attending live events.
What is your favorite sport to watch on TV or live?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
My favorite sport to watch on TV will be paddle because I'm keen on playing paddle. So I like to see professionals playing the sport, and I can learn from them because I can learn from them.
Do you think watching sports on TV is different from attending live events? How so?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, definitely. Attending live events is usually more immersive because you can see people cheering in there, and I think it's refreshing.
Which do you prefer, watching sports on TV or attending live events, and why?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, as I said right before, I prefer attending live events because if it's affordable, you can immerse with the people. There's ambient Watching sports on TV is more comfortable, but there is not the ambient that a live event can produce, thanks to all the people who go there.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hello. I'm calling about your grooming services. I have a St. Bernard dog and I'm interested in your full groom package. What is included in the full groom package, and how much does it cost?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Hello, our full groom package includes 3 prices depending on the breed of your dog. It varies from $70 to $100 depending on the breed.
How much does the pedicure service cost, and what does it entail?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
The pedicure costs only $20, and it includes a nail trim and a paw pad moisturizing for your dog.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo, and if so, how much does it cost?
Now, listen again.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo, and if so, how much does it cost?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, we have different specialty shampoos for depending on your dog's necessities, needings. It can be oatmeal, hypoallergenic from other varieties, and it's an additional to the grooming service. It will cost $10 plus the groom package. I hope your dog enjoys it.
In this part of the test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak.
Many readers argue that it's essential to prioritize reading books that align with one's interests and passions, even if they are not widely acclaimed or popular. What is your opinion on prioritizing personal interests over bestseller lists when choosing books to read? Give reasons for your opinion.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Knowing how to choose a book is vital because if you don't like it, you are probably not gonna read it, or you're gonna drop the reading. This is important because if the bestseller is not of your interest, as it doesn't matter if it has sold a lot of copies, because if you are not interested in what you're reading, you're not gonna be interested in finishing it. So I think it would be it would be much interesting to choose a book which is more close to your personal interests, because in this way you are more keen on finishing the book. It doesn't mean you can choose a bestseller, but I think everyone would have to have this in mind. Should note.
Thank you for watching. Look at how kind they are. Okay. Oh my God, sorry, I have to verbalize it. There is a mosquito eating me alive here. Seriously, I'm having a very hard time at this moment. I'm suffering with the freaking mosquito. Uh, all right. Well, you were definitely in the beach area.
Okay.
And if I want you to keep on that area, you should improve some little thingies. Okay. Those little thingies are not that very little. The good aspect is that your prepositions are being correctly used.
Okay.
That's a very important part of the exam. But you have a problem with the comparisons. More easy, more easier.
Okay.
Uh, Now you said more, much interesting, or much
More
more
much more
closer,
interesting or something like that.
whatever. So you should revise them.
Okay.
Because you like to use them. So
Yes.
this is part of the training. When you train and you do it and you know what you have to improve at, that's when and where you go out of the comfort zone and you indeed improve. Okay, so
Okay.
your homework won't be only writing that, what is it, question 11. You can write your full answer for that, right? Remember about working at home. You can structure your answer with intro, body, conclusion, if it's possible, of course, and especially focusing on the comparisons, because you committed several mistakes with the comparisons in all the opinion givings that I didn't mention. Okay.
Okay.
But it happened more than once. Okay.
Okay.
The word ambiente, un ambiente que te guste,
Yes.
probably in the stadium, it's an ambience or the atmosphere.
Okay.
Okay, this word here, I don't think it exists in English. You see, it doesn't come. Look, I don't know this, eh?
I said
Existing or present on all sides. Encompassing on all sides, circumfused, investing. So it is a false friend. On the top of everything, it is a false friend. So you are looking for atmosphere and ambience. Okay.
When did I say ambient? I don't remember.
In the stadium, when you were talking about the sports that you like to go to live events,
Okay.
and that you do, and you think that because you said the ambient is much better because all the people that go there.
Okay, maybe I translated it from Spanish to English
Probably.
in my head, so I think, yeah, that's what happened.
Look at those prus. All right. At least I make you laugh, Jesus. Okay. I you have more than enough for one class.
Okay.
I will leave you alone.
Okay.
So you can maybe you can use the students channel to train one test a day, maybe.
Okay.
Until Monday. And I'm sure that you are going to improve. Pay close attention to the comparisons, and try to find your own way to give the opinion because it is important. Okay, that
Okay.
you identify and you like what you are going to say. Feel free to use
Okay.
my example, but I would like you to really like what you're going to use. And I think that's it for today, Jesus.
Okay.
You have a very good weekend and see you back on
Same.
Monday.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.